That the kitchen is where some of the most important stories in our lives take place. They're stories that unite us, they delight us, and are the place where we come together as family. The kitchen is a place where there's a major problem and a major killer around the world today. And it's a place where there's an opportunity for change that involves all of us through social media and through creative solutions to persistent problems. It's my pleasure today to introduce a conversation between two people who've recognized the problem and who know that the solution begins in kitchens around the world. Today we're going to hear from Radha Mathia. Radha is the new executive director of the Global Alliance for Clean Cook Stoves, an initiative that is changing the story about what millions of women and children, our global market, and technology can do to improve lives around the world. She is joined today by celebrated chef Jose Andres, the Alliance's new culinary ambassador, someone who is known around the world for his excellence, his creativity, and his passion, not just in the kitchen, not just about what comes out of the kitchen, but how together we can solve world's problems from the kitchens around the world. Help me in welcoming Radha Mathia and Chef Jose Andres.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Radha Mathia. I'm the Executive Director for the Global Alliance for Clean Cook Stoves. The Alliance was launched last year as an innovative public-private partnership that really aims to save lives, empower women, increase their livelihoods, and combat climate change, with the widespread adoption of clean cook stoves and fuels worldwide. Cooking shouldn't kill. But the unfortunate reality is that 2 million people a year are impacted by stoves. And many are sickened, and many more are sickened by the toxic smoke that they are exposed to. And why is that? That's because about half of the world's population, about 3 billion of us, are still cooking on smoke-inducing coal or biomass like wood, dung, or charcoal. And that's how we cook our food every day. Sometimes many of these people cook outside, but often the cooking is done in the home. And given the modest living quarters that many of the poor live in, the exposure to the smoke is extremely harmful. In fact, the World Health Organization estimates that exposure to indoor air pollution, the smoke, is the 5th largest killer in the developing world. The Alliance, as I mentioned, was launched a year ago. Just in that 1 year, we've grown from just a handful of partners to 175 different partners who are from all different stakeholder groups, from the private sector, governments, as well as from NGOs and the private sector. We're very fortunate for the dedication, the expertise, and the resources that many of our partners bring to the table. And in fact, in the audience, we have one of our most recent partners, Dow Corning, that's here to join us as well. We're also very lucky to have several champions. We count amongst those and foremost our own Secretary of State, Hillary Rodham Clinton, who's been a significant ambassador for the cause, and Academy Award-winning actress Julia Roberts, who's also helped us tell the story, particularly the impact on women and children. But today, I'm especially thrilled to have a conversation and to invite to the Global Alliance our new ambassador, our culinary ambassador, Chef Jose Andres. He's a James Byrd Foundation award-winning chef and entrepreneur with many restaurants in Washington, out in Los Angeles, as well as in Las Vegas. They're all part of his Think Food group, and he's also started his own organization, World Central Kitchen, I'm sure he'll talk about that today, dedicated to innovative solutions for better cooking and better health worldwide. Chef Andres, thank you for joining us here today.
Very happy to be here.
It's terrific to have this conversation with you. Well, I'm going to jump right in and talk to you a little bit and ask you questions about how you first became aware of this whole issue of exposure to smoke and cook stoves.
Well, I learned that firsthand on a trip I did to Haiti 2 months right after the earthquake. You know how hard it is that you are on vacation on a beautiful island in Cayman Islands, and that you find out that not too far away from where you are, something like that happened. You can do two things: keep enjoying your life and just to say how blessed you are, and start thinking, this is not possible. It's okay that I'm able to provide me and my family with amazing things, but we cannot keep moving forward without trying to provide the same for all. So guess what? I had a solar kitchen in my home. A solar kitchen that was given to me by a friend because they know I collect anything that has to do with cooking. And after I came back, and at the beginning of February, I put the solar kitchen outside. We were minus 10 Celsius degrees, 3 days of snow. We ran out of electricity, was no electricity. I put the solar kitchen out, I put a pot. And all of a sudden, I fed the entire neighborhood only using the power of the sun. You know how good it felt? That moment I picked up the phone and I called my friend and I told him, Manolo, he is in Barcelona. Manolo, how many kitchens do you have right now? And he told me 25. Can we put them in a plane? I see you in Port-au-Prince. We went to Dominican Republic and we arrived to Haiti. That was my first experience. I arrived with kitchens, with solar kitchens, but I didn't go there trying to help. Actually, it was selfish. I went there trying to learn, because sometimes people, we need to be learning and we need to be listening. It's the only moment that we become helpful. So my first moment was that. I went to different villages around Haiti, from Beret in the frontier with Dominican Republic in the mountains, to Guanamin in the north, to different places, to what I saw in Port-au-Prince. And what I saw is that people were cooking with charcoal, cooking with wood, women that they spend 3 and 4 hours in the mountains, only picking up the fuel that they were going to use to prepare the meal for their family today. We are wasting precious time.
Yeah.
And we cannot allow that to happen.
No, absolutely. I'm curious, you talk about learning, and I think that's so important. You took your 25 solar stoves in. What did you learn about how they used those stoves, and what do they now say they can do with the 3 or 4 hours of time that were before spent collecting the fuel?
Well, this is a complete continuous learning experience. I began using the solar kitchens because that was what I had. You have to go with test. But solar is used one option of the many. What the Alliance of Clean Cook Stoves and what your team is doing so amazingly well, I saw the report on the last year, is just to see how it really can change dramatically the lives of people by, imagine those briquettes that they are making by only using paper that will go to waste, but that right now we have the technology of getting that paper and transform it into briquettes that can be used as energy to be used into these new clean cook stoves. Well, it's this one called Orca. All of a sudden, you're telling me that we can be using paper that is used for nothing and substitute that instead of using charcoal or carrying down trees? And we are talking about women especially, and kids die. Absolutely. I saw how a mother with a kid in the back and a little 2-month-old baby in the front was cooking inside a room full of fumes. Do you know how harmful is this itself? Absolutely. For the kid? But it's more than that. They keep cutting trees. If Haiti keeps cutting trees, and so many other countries around the world, every time the rain season comes, you know what happens, people? The mountains become like these cascades of water that takes with it the only fertile soil they have to produce foods. The soil goes to the sea, but that water also takes lives, because it takes everything with it, because the mountains are not prepared anymore to take any water into the soil. Yeah. And without water, we know is no life. So we are not only helping people directly by putting the smokes aside, we are helping them also by giving a chance to those trees to grow. And through those trees, give a chance to the soil to be productive. And through that soil, the goodness of the earth really put away the fumes away from the lives of people are at the heart of so much more.
You can see why Chef Andreas is an incredible ambassador and very a good spokesman on all of the issues as well. Well, I know that there's a lot that you're doing for the Alliance and in other ways as well to incentivize clean cooking solutions. But you've also tried to bring on board other chefs from around the world. Tell us a little bit about that.
We are used in the beginning. After I came back, my wife and I, we put some money we had in the bank. We put $50,000. And we created an NGO called World Central Kitchen. It's brand new. I'm just still where a year and a half ago we began all the paperwork. But we already have our projects. We have 3 beautiful projects in Haiti. We're looking into one in Kenya. So we are going to be landing, officially landing, because I've been going to Haiti now a few times over the last 2 years. But the truth is that, take a look in the position we are. I feed the few, I feed the rich, and I feed the powerful. I have 14 restaurants, some of them $400 and $500 a head. I am the one, next to my fellow chefs, that hold the truth about how to feed the world. Food is the most important energy on this earth, not gas. Gas moves, oil moves my car, your car. Food moves every one of you people. Food should be at the heart of the energy talks around the world. So we need to be more chefs involved in these talks. Food can be a true solution to many issues. And if we are talking food, we have to bring the people that know what to do with that food. And we are going to be here. I can tell you we are going to be here to try to be part of the solution. Because I think right now we are throwing a lot of money at the problem, and we need to start investing into the solutions. Absolutely. That's why for me, Dr. Yunus is one of my all-time heroes. I don't know if one day I'm going to be able to deliver today one more social business that he's dreaming. But social business means that we don't throw money at the people. Here, you are hungry? Here, some bread. No, we're going to invest into see how they will be investing into the true solution. So the social business to me is something like, we'll go with all of these things we're doing with the kitchens. We will create business, building them on site.
And it fits so nicely with the aim of the Alliance as well, in terms of empowering women and including women in all aspects of, the business of producing these stoves, as well as consuming them, and all of the side linkages that are associated with enhanced cooking solutions as well. In addition to bringing on board various chefs from around the world, you're trying to educate the next generation as well. I understand you're teaching a course at Harvard on cooking and science. We're hoping that you'll infuse this message with to all of the students that you address there.
Yeah, I mean, it's very funny that the chef will be involved in teaching at the physics department at Harvard about science. I left school when I was 14th, but this tells you very much that anything is possible. And I can talk to you about water surface tension, which is the same passion. I can talk to you about soccer. But the truth is that for me, being in par with Harvard, with a project I have at George Washington University in Washington, D.C., is going to be always centralized in how the synergies that food bring are going to be very much one of the most important topics in the 21st century. The right use of food will end hunger, not only in Africa, but also in Washington, D.C. The right use of food is going to be the one creating employments in rural America, but also in the rural countries of the world. The right use of food very much can be at the heart of this new conversation we need to be having about how are we going to be feeding the world in a sustainable way, empowering the communities around the right production of food. And the clean cook stoves are at the end of everything, at the heart, because we have to cook those foods.
Absolutely.
Cooking those foods in the right way will truly be empowering one community at a time, and hopefully the world.
Thank you very much. You can see why he's an incredible ambassador for us. Thank you, Chef Andreas.
You are doing a great job. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Okay.